Commercial airlines have developed a number of regularly scheduled ultra-long non-stop flights over time. These extraordinarily wide routes shorten the distances between cities as well as the number of stops required for passenger trips, improving convenience. Wondering which are the top 10 longest flights worldwide? Look no further, as in this video, we've compiled the 10 longest flights in the world. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. San Francisco to Singapore, 13,593 kilometers. Two airlines cover the flight between San Francisco International Airport and Singapore Changi Airport. Using the Airbus A350-900, Singapore Airlines operates daily flights with scheduled flight times of 17 hours from San Francisco to Singapore, SQ33, and 15 hours and 25 minutes from Singapore to San Francisco, SQ34. The Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner is used by United Airlines for its several weekly flights. The flight from San Francisco to Singapore is scheduled to take 17 hours, and the flight back takes 14 hours and 50 minutes. Number 9. Dallas-Fort Worth to Sydney, 13,804 kilometers. For the time being, Qantas operates a direct connection from Sydney Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. However, as part of Project Sunrise, the airline hopes to connect Sydney to New York. A Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner is used every day by the airline to fly the 13,804-mile itinerary. The flight from Dallas-Fort Worth to Sydney on QF8 takes 16 hours and 45 minutes, and the flight back on QF7 takes 15 hours and 20 minutes. Number 8. Houston to Sydney, 13,834 kilometers. On October 28, 2022, United Airlines will restart its Houston to Sydney trip, which was discontinued in 2020 during the early stages of the COVID epidemic. A Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner will be used to fly the non-stop routes. The journey from Houston to Sydney, UA101, takes much longer, 17 hours and 35 minutes, than the flight from Sydney to Houston, or UA100, which is 2 hours short, 15 hours and 35 minutes. Number 7. Los Angeles to Singapore, 14,114 kilometers. The third entrance of Singapore Airlines is a daily service between Singapore and Los Angeles. An Airbus A350-900 is also used to run this route. 14,114 kilometers separates Singapore Changi Airport from Los Angeles International Airport, and the flight crosses the North Pacific rather than the Atlantic Ocean. The LA to Singapore leg, SQ37, takes 17 hours and 10 minutes, while the return leg, SQ38, takes 15 hours and 55 minutes. Number 6. Auckland to Dubai, 14,200 kilometers. On December 1st, 2022, Emirates will resume operating direct flights between Dubai and Auckland. The airline currently connects the two cities with a stopover in Kuala Lumpur, but it has determined that there is enough demand to fly directly to either city on an Airbus A380. The flight from Auckland to Dubai, or EK449, takes 17 hours and 10 minutes, whereas the route in the opposite direction takes 16 hours. It's EK448. Number 5. New York to Auckland, 14,207 kilometers. On September 17, 2022, Air New Zealand's premier service to New York will formally start. For the first time, a direct flight from Auckland will travel 14,207 kilometers between the two locations. It will take over 17 and a half hours to fly from New York to New Zealand and just over 16 hours to return. On both trips, a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner will fly. As part of a service between Sydney and New York, Qantas plans to start operating on the same route on June 13, 2023. Number 4. Dallas-Fort Worth to Melbourne, 14,472 kilometers. A new direct route from Melbourne in Victoria to Dallas-Fort Worth in the center of the US furthers Qantas's plans for ultra-long-haul travel. The launch is scheduled on December 2, 2022. The airline has actually run this route twice. It previously connected the two cities in 2011. The airline will fly a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner this time. Because of the prevailing winds, the journey from Dallas to Melbourne is predicted to take 17 hours and 25 minutes and 15 hours and 45 minutes the opposite way. Number 3. Perth to London, 14,498 kilometers. The direct flight from Perth, Western Australia, to London, which had been suspended for most of the epidemic, was resumed in May 2022, replacing Darwin, Northern Territory, as the country's entry point. Perth offers connecting flights to other Australian states. The flight from Perth to London on Qantas's Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner takes 17 hours and 15 minutes, and the flight back takes 16 hours and 45 minutes, or QF10. Number 2. Newark to Singapore, 15,345 kilometers. The flight from Singapore Changi Airport to Newark Liberty International Airport in Newark, with a distance of 15,345 kilometers, falls only 4 kilometers short of taking the top rank. Despite being in New Jersey, the airport serves as New York as well because of its proximity to Manhattan. It takes 18 hours and 45 minutes to get from Newark to Singapore, or SQ21, on the daily non-stop flight run by Singapore Airlines using an Airbus A350-900, and 18 hours 25 minutes to get back, SQ22. Number 1. New York to Singapore, 15,349 kilometers. One of the most popular stopover locations in the world is Singapore, and its flag carrier, Singapore Airlines, also runs some of the longest flights, including one that travels 15,349 kilometers from Singapore Changi Airport to John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. The daily non-stop flight from New York to Singapore, or SQ23, is scheduled to take 18 hours and 50 minutes, and the flight back takes 18 hours and 40 minutes, SQ24. Have you ever taken one of the above flights? Let us know in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the like button. We will be back soon with another video. If you have a place you've been dying to see a video on, leave it in the comments and we might work it into a future video.